Hello, my friends. It is so good to be back. Even though I only took a break for a couple of weeks, it oddly felt longer. But here we are with a brand new Toronto on Toys. Now, first, I would like to address those who may be new here. Welcome to my channel, where I also share videos of my artwork and my podcast called Rated G. So feel free to check those out whenever you have the chance. And if you've been here before, welcome back and thank you so much for returning. It truly means a lot to me. And if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit that like button because it really helps a lot. As a matter of fact, if you'd like to support the channel, please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you can keep up with the new uploads. You can catch me on social media with this handle right here. And if you want to support my art business, you can shop online at the link below and see what I got in store for you. Now, let's get to unboxing and reviewing. Alright, so here we are with Figma Max Factory Action Figure Series Bruce Lee. And I believe this must be for the 75th anniversary because we got the 75 there with the signature Bruce Lee logo there. I've had him in my sights for a bit soon after buying Super7's Ultimates Bruce Lee, the Warrior, which I really enjoyed. If you haven't seen that review, you can go check that out after this. But I had him on my radar for a bit because I like the stylistic approach with his features there. And I will say, just judging off right from the box, you know, his sculpt is a little more defined than Super7's. I feel like it's a little softer with his overall physique. But even though it's a little more stylistic approach in his facial features, you take a closer look, you can still see, like, that's Bruce Lee, right? Right there when he's stomping out the guy. But yeah, just judging by these photos here, like he's definitely more ripped and shredded. So yeah, there's just, certain aspects of this figure that I really liked right off the bat. So very happy to have gotten my hands on him. There's a little bit of wear and tear on the packaging here because this is not that it was used, but yeah, I got this off eBay, and so there's a little bit of, I don't know, they did mention that in the description, so I'm not mad about it. But yeah, and I got this for a very decent price. He actually was cheaper than Super7's, and I got that from Amazon for like $50. He came in, I got him for about 45 flat, and that included shipping. So again, I can't be too mad about the condition of the package because I got him for a great price and he's unopened. So yeah. So, you already saw he's got face swaps there, and he does have interchangeable hands that are probably at the bottom. So let's get this guy out of the box. So yeah, again, if you haven't seen my last toy review of Super7 Ultimates Bruce Lee, go ahead and check that out after this and see what well, actually we'll see. We'll do a we'll do a comparison at the end. I'm kind of just trying to fill the air as I'm unpacking this. And what's this all about? I guess this is like a, you know what? If this is a bag to hold on to all of his extra parts, that's what's up. I really appreciate that. We already have, okay, so, oh man, and they got this little, I don't even know what to call this, but a holder for hands. That's awesome. And he's got a stand. That's really cool, man. wow. Like I'm immediately impressed by that. You know, Super7 didn't provide that, and I feel like, yeah, I feel like they came with more accessories and they didn't even provide. I mean, it would have been nice to have, also received a stand and a thing that holds his extra hands. Like that's something that Figure Arts does, I believe, right? Maybe not. I don't know. I bought this like blank action figure by Figure Arts for art, creative purposes, so I can pose with it and use it as references. Um, and they did the same thing. As a matter of fact, like their figure stand, it had the base of it would hold all of the accessories and the hands, and I thought that was really cool. And even though this one doesn't do it, I think it's still awesome that they included a stand. Like that's what's up, man. Um, I think this is, there you go. Very cool. I'm like really excited to maybe we'll do it like this. Oh, nope, it's gotta go like this. Sorry. Um, so cool. All right, let's put that to the side. I don't want to get too distracted. And let's get his nunchakus out. Also, I gotta give credit to Figma because they used real chains for these. So that's awesome. Um, and they didn't even bother doing like a plastic version like Super7 does. Like, no, I'm not trying to throw shade at Super7 or anything, because I feel like I'm kind of throwing some negatives at it. I very much enjoy Super7's version, but so far I feel like Figma is kind of, it's crushing it right now with these accessories. So here we are with everything pulled out, and yeah, man, that is so cool that they included an extra Ziploc bag to hold all this shit. Because I'll be honest, like I love collecting highly articulated action figures, but I'm not gonna lie, I get a little anxious when they come with so many extra parts and pieces, because it's like, it's like, damn, I don't, now I got to use like a sandwich bag to put them in. So not in this case. They just like, they already assume like, yeah, you're gonna come with extra pieces, so let's toss in a bag for you, and that's what's up. I love it. And you can like label it and everything. Like, damn, that's awesome. So shout out to Figma for doing that. Um, so yeah, let's just admire up close the sculpt here. The detail is very nice, I gotta say. Um, and like the color application, like, they added some shading to really emphasize, how shredded he is, and also like the color application on his pants too. Like, I really like that. Like, damn, this is dope. Um, but yeah, I mean, look at his back, fucking shredded. I'm not gonna lie, man. If in where he, oh my god, does he have like the? I'm like noticing his interior lats here, but if you've seen his movies, when he's training and warming up, and then he spreads his wings, those mighty exterior lats. Those scenes made me want to improve on my own lats. I'm a bit at awe here with this detail. Um, so the color application is phenomenal. I'm gonna just say it outright. It's phenomenal. I love the shading, and just just really adds layer and texture to the figure. And also really, like Bruce Lee is known for how shredded he is, and this figure really does that. It represents that very well. Um, and I'm like noticing, what type of plastic is this? That's the thing with with the description, item descriptions on eBay. Like you don't know what the material is used, but um, it's like I don't know what kind of plastic they use for the legs, but like you can feel it in his thighs. It's like a soft, not rubbery, but it's like that type of plastic where it's got give, so it's not too stiff. They use it around his like groin here and his pants, his whole pelvis. But I feel like it's a different material than the top half. So, um, anyway, this is dope, man. As I'm kind of fidgeting with it, I can already tell the articulation is pretty damn good. It's got all the, it's that's not a ball joint. I don't even, is this considered a ratchet joint? Super 7's Bruce Lee's got his ratchet joints, so this one I guess is considered ratchet. It's smooth. Um, so yeah, we'll start from the bottom to the top. We got some nice like extended foot there. Like, man, this is smooth, and he doesn't feel stiff either. So that's nice, because I get nervous when they come in real stiff and you gotta like warm up the joints to get them loose. But this is like just right. Like, it's not stiff, and it doesn't feel so loose that it felt like it's been played with before, right? It doesn't have that used feeling. So yeah, this is really nice at the ankle there. I don't believe there's like a tilt though. You can just do that, which is great for his kicks. Um, which, boom, right there. That's usually the one thing I always look out for any articulated action figure, is how well can they pull off the side kick. So nice hip uh you know movement. Sorry, I'm like at a loss of words. And then we got this wonderful knee bend here. um I mean, look at that. You can get a nice like high knee right there. uh so I want to say it's probably a ball joint there in the pelvis there. Can you twist? It feels like you can get a little twist at the knee. Probably not as much, just because of the sculpt of the leg, but I'm not mad about that. You know, that's fine. Um, I mean, I feel like the figure is designed for his signature poses, so um, like, why would you need a full knee swivel? Um, it's got the waist swivel here, which is nice, and actually there's probably a ball joint in there, because you can actually give it a nice. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this. You can really give him a nice like hunch over there. Um, and then the back. Oh my goodness, that is great. Um, and then going to his arms, it looks like at the shoulder here, he can kind of pull him back, or like pull him back a little bit like that. Which is nice. That's a nice feature. Um, Now there is a bit of, yeah. So where the shoulder and his trap meets, that does limit the range. Yeah, you can't really give too much of an arm raise there. So that's it's you know not a bummer, but you know great bicep bend. And yeah, so no swivel though. Got nice swivel at the wrist there with the ratchet joint in the hand. And then also you got this great swivel here at the chest. So that's actually really nice there, because again, if you want to pull off that signature Bruce Lee kick. And actually, you know what? His chest, it's like the same material as the pants, because when you twist them here at the midsection, like it has like that flexibility there. So that's awesome. Now I don't know. I wonder if, like, because if you look closely, you got this section here, and it looks like as if like you can flex the if you can pull his lats out, or I don't know. Probably not. I do like that these are like a rubbery material, so you can kind of actually look underneath a bit. But yeah, it doesn't look like you can flex the you can flex his back out like that. Anyway, so overall pretty great articulation. Where, you know, pretty much where you need them, you know, minus the lateral raises in the shoulders. That's a little bit of a bummer, just a little. Oh, the head rotation, although I wish you could do a little bit more with the neck. You know, you got him kind of hunched there. Probably for his fighting poses. I mean, it does fit well with, you know, with the figure, but yeah, I kind of wish you can do something with the neck a bit, a little more mobility there. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's still pretty damn good, honestly. You know, minus the arm raise and the neck mobility, I'd say. And, you know, sure, you don't have the ankle tilts, and, like, you know, there's some exceptions, but I feel like the detailing kind of overshadows or maybe hides the mobility, you know, like not so much the range, like the range of motion and the, you know, flexibility, and, you know, lacking the swivels in some of the joints. But anyway, still really cool. And it looks like if you want to swap the head out, the face, it's right here. It's got that split right down there. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the interchangeable parts. So we have his, ooh, my hand is sweaty. A little excited here. So the signature face, oh, you might actually I might switch that up. And then we got his screaming face when he's I mean, I would say this is probably designed off of his character from Enter the Dragon. So, you know, if you remember that movie when he stomps that guy out. And then you got all the hands, all the signature hand positions. We got two hands that are able to hold the nunchucks, so that's great. And then you got your fists, and then your open palms. So very cool. And again, man, I love that they included that. And then the nunchucks, again, we got the chains, and that's really cool. I love that. I mean, I think it's really cool that Super7 included both the plastic and the chain version. But I don't know, like I feel like it kind of, you know, I don't know, it's interesting, and I think this is why I'm glad I got both figures here, because now we can compare. I mean, right off the bat, we can see that Figma's figure is smaller by a few inches. Actually, let's try to get a measurement here. Yeah, so he's like just a little over 5 inches, probably looking like 5.5, right? And this the Super 7 version is, yeah, about almost a few lines under 7 inches. So that's a pretty, decent size difference there. But yeah, I mean, I think they're both great figures. They, especially they got great posability. Articulation's pretty good, comparatively. Comparative. Anyway, but you know, this figure he is based off of Wave the Dragon, his character Tai Lung in Wave the Dragon. So I that's what I like about this version by Super 7, and also the fact that they cover other versions of Bruce Lee. So I think that's really cool. Um, but yeah, with this here with Figma's, I'd say his resemblance, how like the way he resembles um the movie is pretty nicely done, honestly. I would say almost spot on. um I would say it's the next level up from Super 7. Like if I were to break them into tiers, I'd say Super 7, although it's not terrible, I'd say it's still pretty damn good. But I'd say that would be on the first tier. And then I feel like even though this one is smaller, I'd say he would be the next tier up in terms of, again, the sculpt, his posability, and the color application and the materials too. The materials, I like that it's like that rubbery type of material. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'd say it's just about underneath SH Figure Arts, and that one again, I'm only in due time. I will get my hands on it, because I do like how detailed that one is and how more realistic, it is. So this is, a nice step down from that, I would say. So very cool. Actually, I want to switch. His face. Let's see how this goes. Just gotta loosen it up. Okay. Oh, so you gotta take the hair off and then his face. But so cool. Oh man. Woo! That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even know where to rate this. I think maybe I'll have to wait till I get the SH Figure Arts to really give these guys like an actual rating. But I'm happy with this purchase, honestly. Um, I think overall it's pretty great, with a few exceptions, but and he was cheaper. So like it's like you got to think about like budget wise. Like he was cheaper than Super 7. But they got these nice little perks. With it came with the stand, and you got this nice hand holder and a bag for all the extra stuff. Like, I mean, it's pretty dope. Now, before I wrap this video up, there are a couple more things I should point out, because as I was taking more footage of the different poses that he can do, I realized that he actually does indeed have ankle tilts, which is great for wide stances, and he does have a bicep swivel. It's just I had to kind of loosen him up a little bit, but I was just a little too scared that I would snap something while recording. So that's awesome. You can also get his arms up. I don't know why I didn't really acknowledge that when I was looking at the packaging, but you can get his arms up. You just got to rotate at the shoulder there. And one thing I love about being able to change his hands is that it's smooth, man. It doesn't have ridges like Super7 does, you know, like, so there's like no fear of like snapping the point there. It just goes in nice and smooth. And yeah, and the last thing I want to point out is that his pants, like, they're actual pants. Like, you can actually feel it. It's loose. So there's actually, like, he has like the skeleton leg, and then they just kind of cover it with his pants here, which is like pretty fucking cool if you ask me. So again, just makes this even a greater addition to your toy collection, especially for Bruce Lee fans. So if you're not sure whether to go with Figma or Super7, I lean a little towards more the Figma action figure. I just think the sculpt is great, the color application's awesome, the articulation and the range of motion that the limbs have is awesome. Great interchangeable parts, plus the stand and the Ziploc bag to hold all the things together. Like, it's a no-brainer. And again, I got this for a fairly cheap price on eBay. So if you're not sure about Amazon or wherever you go for your toy purchasing, I would say check out eBay and see what they got, because he does come in at a more affordable price than your, you know, SH Figure Arts or even Super7. So yeah, if I were to pick either of the two, I would say go with Figma, or you can just get both Figma, Super7, and SH Figure Arts, which I plan on doing. So yeah, I'm sorry for the lengthy review. The last one was pretty lengthy, and I tried my best to make this one shorter, but there's just so much greatness to this action figure, so it was really hard to keep it under 20 minutes. So that being said, if you enjoyed my review, please don't forget to hit that like button, because it really helps out the algorithm. And if you want to support my channel, please subscribe and ring that notification bell to keep up with new uploads. You can follow me on social media, and if you want to help my art business, check out the link below to see what I got for sale. That is all. So never grow up, keep enjoying your toys, and be water, my friends. Woo!